Stop everything you're doing right now and truly listen to what I'm about to tell you. Have you ever felt as if the universe is trying to reach you through the quiet whisper of coincidences, through strange repetitions of events, through signs that cannot be explained by logic? This isn't just another motivational talk about positive thinking or the law of attraction. This is the key that will remove the chains of doubt and blindness that have been holding you in place your entire life, preventing you from seeing the truth. God is already acting in your life right now. The moment you've been waiting for, the moment of revelation, has already arrived. Think about this. What if everything you considered coincidences, disappointments, closed doors was not punishment, but preparation? What if every tear, every fall, every no you heard was part of a divine plan so perfect that your mind simply couldn't recognize it? Today, you will learn 7 hidden signs of divine presence in your life. 7 proofs that you were never alone. Are you ready? Then open your heart. Scientific foundation. Your thoughts are literally shaping your reality right now. This isn't religious dogma. It's quantum physics. Your brain produces electricity, real measurable electromagnetic waves with frequencies from 1 to 100 hertz. Every thought, every prayer, every intention creates a specific energy pattern that spreads into the surrounding space. When your thoughts and feelings come into alignment, when you don't just think about faith, but feel it with every cell of your body, these electromagnetic fields synchronize. We call this coherence. This powerful signal interacts with the quantum field, an infinite ocean of possibilities where past, present, and future exist simultaneously. At the quantum level, particles exist as waves of potential events until they are observed by consciousness. Your attention, your faith, your energy, they collapse these waves into specific events in your life. This isn't a metaphor, it's physics. When ancient sages said, "Believe and you will see," they intuitively understood what modern science is only beginning to confirm. Consciousness shapes matter. Your connection with the divine. This isn't an abstract concept. It's a real energetic interaction happening every second. And God responds not with words, but with signs embedded in the fabric of your reality. The only question is, are you ready to see them? The problem and its origins. Here's what most people don't understand. Most people wait for God to manifest himself in some grandiose, obvious way. A burning bush, thunder from the heavens, a miracle that's impossible to miss. But it's the opposite. The divine operates through subtlety, through whispers, through details that your busy, information-overloaded mind misses every single day. Change begins from within, with a change in your perception. Since childhood, you've been programmed with a specific operating system for perceiving reality. Your parents, teachers, society taught you to see the world through the prism of materialism, logic, proof. If you can't touch it, it doesn't exist. If you can't explain it, it's a coincidence. If you can't control it, it's random. These beliefs became a concrete slab blocking your ability to recognize divine messages. Your small developing brain was like a sponge, absorbing not only information, but also energetic patterns of distrust, skepticism, spiritual blindness. During the first years of life, you were literally connected to the energetic field of your parents, absorbing their every anxiety, every doubt, every belief in separation from God. If your mother feared life, you inherited that fear. If your father didn't believe in divine support, You adopted that distrust, and here you are, an adult, looking at the world through the dirty glass of other people's beliefs, missing the signs that God places on your path every single day. You ask, where are you? Why are you silent? And the divine responds in the language of synchronicities, coincidences, inner impulses, in a language you've forgotten how to understand. Stay with me until the end of this video, because there the 7 specific signs of divine presence will be revealed that will change your perception of your own life forever. Subscribe to the Energy of Spirit channel, like this video, and leave any comment. For example, 3 sevens, 777, the number of divine perfection. Any comment and like helps the YouTube algorithm promote this video to those people who desperately need this message right now. You can become a conduit of light for someone else. Thank you for your support. In-depth problem analysis. First hidden sign. Repeating random encounters. You think about a person, and an hour later, they call you. You open a book to a random page, and there's exactly the answer you needed. You turn on the radio, and a song is playing with lyrics that precisely describe your situation. Coincidence? No. This is divine synchronicity, the universe's way of showing you, I hear you. I'm here. Let me explain what's happening at the energetic level. When you think about someone with sincere emotion, love, concern, gratitude, your electromagnetic field creates a wave that spreads into the quantum field. This wave contains information, the intention to connect. If the other person is in a state of openness, their subconscious picks up this signal. This isn't magic, it's biology. Scientists at the HeartMath Institute have measured that the electromagnetic field of the human heart can be detected at a distance of up to 3 meters, and its influence extends much farther. But here's the catch. When these synchronicities occur, your rational mind immediately switches to denial mode. Well, that's just a coincidence. I think about a lot of people, and sooner or later, someone was bound to call. Everything that exists inside you, your faith or distrust, is reflected in the external world. If you reject the signs, they stop coming. Not because God is offended, but because your attention blocks the channel of perception. Continuous denial of synchronicities creates a vortex of negative energy around you, a vortex of spiritual deafness. Coincidence, coincidence, coincidence. You repeat this word like a mantra of disbelief, and it becomes your reality. You build a wall between yourself and divine guidance, brick by brick, denial by denial. Second hidden sign, sudden obstacles and closed doors. You plan something important, and at the last moment, everything falls apart. You lose your job, relationships collapse, a deal falls through, and you think, why is God punishing me? What did I do wrong? Listen to how this thought sounds. It carries the vibration of victimhood, resentment, incomprehension. Here's what most people don't understand about closed doors. Every no you receive from life, this is divine redirection. This isn't punishment, it's protection. Think about this for a moment. How many times in your life has what seemed like a catastrophe ultimately turned out to be the best thing that could have happened? How many times has what you so desperately wanted and didn't get saved you from even greater pain? This isn't a metaphor. It's quantum mechanics of future probabilities. In the quantum field, millions of potential versions of your future exist. Your higher self, your soul, in direct contact with divine consciousness, sees all these timelines simultaneously. It knows which road leads to your true purpose and which leads to suffering and stagnation. When doors slam shut before you, this is your higher self saying, "Not that way. Trust me, I have a better plan." But here's what you do instead. You pound on the closed door again and again and again. You waste energy on resistance, on asking why, on trying to force open what the universe is closing for your own good. This resistance creates an energetic block that prevents you from seeing the open doors standing nearby, doors leading to what is truly yours. Each of your "this is unfair" is a command to the universe to send you even more unfairness, because you're tuning your vibration precisely to that frequency. Third hidden sign: unexplainable inner knowing. Have you ever had the sensation that you just know something without logical grounds? You meet a person and instantly feel, "This person is important for my life," or conversely, "I need to stay away." You stand before a choice, and something inside whispers, "Choose this," although the rational mind screams the opposite. This isn't intuition in the ordinary sense. This is a direct line of communication with the divine mind. Your subconscious processes 11 million units of information per second. Your consciousness, only 40. Think about the chasm between these numbers. This means that 99.9% of reality, your conscious mind doesn't even register. But your subconscious registers everything: micro expressions of faces, the subtlest changes in energy in the room, patterns that repeat in your life. And when it discovers something critically important, it sends a signal upward to consciousness in the form of a feeling, an impulse, an inner voice. This isn't you thinking. This is God guiding you through a divine navigation system built into you. Every person is born with it. The problem is that society teaches you not to trust this system. Think with your head, not your heart. Be realistic. Don't be led by emotions. And you begin to ignore the quiet voice inside, again and again and again. And what happens? The system atrophies. Like a muscle that isn't used, your ability to perceive divine guidance weakens. You enter relationships that your gut warned you about, and you suffer. You accept a job offer that everything inside protested against, and you fall into a trap. And after each such experience, you tell yourself, "I'll never trust intuition again." But the problem isn't with intuition. The problem is that you didn't listen to it the first time. Fourth hidden sign: repeating numbers and symbols. 3 or 3, 1 or 11, 7 or 7, 11 or 11. You see these number sequences on clocks, car license plates, receipts in stores, or certain symbols, butterflies, feathers, specific colors. Some consider this superstition, but this is the language of the universe, an attempt to attract your attention. Let me explain the mechanism. Your brain is tuned to notice patterns. This is an ancient survival mechanism. When something repeats, your neural network flags it as important. But here's the catch. It's not random events creating repetition. Your attention creates repetition. The quantum field responds to your focus. When you begin to notice numbers, you send a signal. I'm ready for communication. I'm open. And the universe responds, creating even more such moments. This doesn't mean you're making them up. It means you're becoming attuned to the frequency of divine messages. Imagine that a radio has been working all your life, but you didn't know which wave to tune to. Repeating symbols. This is God's way of saying, "Here's this frequency. Listen here." Each number carries vibrational meaning. 111, new beginnings, alignment of thoughts. 333, support of spiritual guides. 555, coming changes. 777, divine approval, you're on the right path. This isn't esoteric nonsense. This is a universal symbolic language recorded in humanity's collective unconscious, which Carl Jung spoke about. God uses symbols that your mind already understands at a deep, archetypal level. But what do most people do? They see 1111, photograph it, post it to their stories, forget. They see a feather, think beautiful, and walk past. No pause, no question. What could this mean for me right now? No gratitude for the sign, and the connection breaks. Not because God turned away, but because you didn't complete the communication. Fifth hidden sign, unexpected help at the critical moment you're on the edge. Money has run out. The problem seems unsolvable, and suddenly a call with an old job offer, an unexpected debt repayment, a random meeting with a person who has exactly the solution you need, right at the last moment. You call this luck? This is divine intervention. Here's what most people don't understand about timing. In your perception, the last moment is a catastrophe. It's almost too late. It's stress and panic. But in divine timing, this is the perfect moment. Not earlier, because you weren't yet ready to accept help. Not later, because it's needed exactly now. Perfect timing. This isn't about luck, it's about alignment. Think about all the times when you received help at the last moment. What if it had come earlier? Would you have taken it seriously, or would you have taken it for granted? Crisis creates a state of openness, humility, readiness to receive. It breaks down the armor of pride that you wear. I'll manage myself. I don't need anyone. I'm strong. And life says, okay, let's see, and puts you in a situation where you have no choice but to accept help. This isn't cruelty. This is mercy. This is a way to teach you that you're not alone, that you were never alone, that an invisible network of support always exists around you, but you see it only when your ego mind finally quiets down and surrenders. And what happens afterward? A week later, when the crisis has passed, you put the armor back on. Just got lucky. Next time, I might not be so lucky. And you return to stress, control, fear. Instead of remembering the lesson, the universe will not let you fall. Never. Even when it seems the ground is slipping from under your feet, a safety net is already spread beneath you. Invisible, but real. Sixth, hidden sign, inner discomfort before changes. Several weeks or months before significant changes in life, you feel a strange anxiety. Everything seems fine, but inside there's growing worry, dissatisfaction, a feeling, I need to change something. The old life suddenly becomes tight, like clothes you've outgrown. This isn't depression. These are the labor pains of a new version of you. Your soul knows about coming changes before they manifest in physical reality. In the quantum field, the future already exists as a wave of probability. And when this wave begins to collapse into a real event, your energetic field begins to restructure. Old neural pathways, old habits, old beliefs no longer match the vibration of what's coming. And this mismatch creates discomfort. This isn't a metaphor. It's neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to restructure itself. When God prepares a new level of life for you, your brain must create new neural pathways for this level. The process of creating new connections and destroying old ones literally causes discomfort. That's why before a breakthrough, there's always a period of chaos, doubts, the dark night of the soul. Most people get scared of this discomfort and run back to the comfort zone. Maybe I imagined it. Maybe it's not so bad. They cling to the old, to toxic relationships, to a job they hate, to a lifestyle that's killing them inside only because it's familiar. Familiar are safe for the primitive brain, but for the soul, it's a prison. When you feel this discomfort, God is telling you, get ready. I'm about to take you to a new level. Trust the process. But you hear only your fear, whispering, danger, stay put. And you stay 1 year, 2, 5, until the discomfort turns into pain so unbearable that you have no choice but to move forward. Seventh, hidden sign, periodic awakenings. There are moments in life when the veil of illusion suddenly lifts and you see clearly, crystal clearly. You understand the meaning of everything that happened to you. You feel connection with all that exists. You're overflowing with love, gratitude, understanding. These moments last from a few seconds to several hours, and then the veil descends again, and you return to the ordinary state thinking, what was that? That was direct experience of the divine. A brief stay in a state that mystics call enlightenment, scientists call an altered state of consciousness, and you call moments of truth. In these instances, the activity of your ego mind decreases, and the true self, your divine essence, manifests fully. You see reality as it is, unified, interconnected, governed by love and higher intelligence. Neurobiologically, this state is associated with decreased activity in a brain region called the superior parietal lobe, an area responsible for the sensation of separateness, the boundary between I and not I. When this area quiets down, you experience unity, meditation, prayer, being in nature, creativity, deep love. All of this can temporarily reduce the activity of this area and give you a glimpse of truth. God sends you these experiences as a reminder. This is your true nature. This is real. You are not a body. You are not a mind. You are not your problems. You are infinite consciousness experiencing a temporary human experience. But after a few hours, the ego returns to power. Well, that was just emotion, chemistry in the brain. No need to give it meaning. And you forget. Until the next time, and the cycle repeats. The path to healing. The first step, radical honesty. You must be willing to look at the truth without filters, without excuses, without self-deception. The truth is this: you've been ignoring the signs all this time, not because they weren't there, but because you didn't want to see. Because seeing means responding, means changing life, means letting go of control and trusting something greater than your small, frightened mind. And that's scary. Acknowledge this fear. You cannot heal what you refuse to feel. The second step, conscious attention. Starting today, from this moment, make a decision to notice. Notice coincidences without dismissing them. Notice inner impulses without suppressing them with logic. Notice closed doors and ask, what are you protecting me from? Where are you directing me? Notice repeating symbols and thank for them. Awareness is the first step. Without awareness, there's no choice. With awareness comes freedom. The third step, keeping a synchronicity journal. Get a notebook or file on your phone. Every evening, write down all strange coincidences of the day. Don't analyze, don't evaluate, just write. In a week, reread. You'll be amazed at how many patterns you begin to see. It's like turning on the light in a dark room. The furniture was always there, but now you see it. The fourth step, dialogue with the divine. Every morning, before starting the day, say aloud or mentally, "Show me today the signs of your presence. I'm open, I'm attentive, I'm ready to listen." And every evening say, "I thank you for the signs I received today, even those I didn't notice." This simple practice reprograms your brain from the frequency of doubt to the frequency of faith. Try this simple exercise right now. Take 3 deep breaths. On the inhale, think, "I'm open." On the exhale, "I trust." Repeat 3 times. Do you feel how something is changing inside? This isn't self-suggestion. This is a real change in your vibrational frequency. You just sent a signal to the universe. I'm ready for communication. New words of power. The language you use shapes your reality literally. Every word carries a frequency. Start replacing words of doubt with words of faith. Instead of "it's a coincidence," it's a sign. Instead of "I'm unlucky," "I'm being guided." Instead of "why is this happening to me?" "what is this happening for me?" Instead of "I'm alone," "I'm always supported." Instead of "I don't understand," "I trust the process." Instead of "it's impossible," "with God all things are possible." Instead of "I have no choice," "I'm being led to the best." List of affirmations for daily repetition. Morning before the mirror. I trust the divine timing of my life. I see signs and follow them. I am safe, guided, and protected. My intuition is the voice of God within me. I am open to miracles and synchronicities. Every closed door leads me to a better door. I am grateful for all that is and all that is coming. My life is a constant dialogue with the divine. I choose faith instead of fear. My attention is a sacred act of co-creation with God. Repeat these statements not mechanically, but with feeling. Feel the truth in each word. Your word. This isn't just sound, it's a vibration that changes the quantum field around you. Each of your words is a command to the universe. Choose carefully. Examples of great people. Steve Jobs said, "You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backward. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future." He lost the company he created, was publicly humiliated, spent years in the wilderness of failures, and only looking back did he see every no led him to the greatest yes of his life. Every fall prepared him for the rise. If J.K. Rowling hadn't experienced a period of deepest depression, divorce, poverty, she would never have written about a boy living in a cupboard under the stairs, dreaming of another world. Her pain became a bridge to genius. Her darkness gave birth to light for millions of children around the world. When 12 publishers rejected Harry Potter, it wasn't the end. It was a test of faith, and she passed it. Oprah Winfrey experienced a childhood filled with abuse and poverty that should have broken her. But she says, "I believe that every event in my life happened to teach me to love myself more." She didn't deny the pain. She transformed it into strength, into compassion, into a mission of service. Her life, living proof that God doesn't give you more than you can bear, but sometimes gives exactly enough for you to understand who you really are. Not a victim, but a warrior of light. Your life isn't happening to you. It's responding to you. Every moment, every meeting, every failure, and every victory. This is the universe's response to the vibration you're emitting. You ask, "Where is God?" And God responds through every synchronicity, through every inner impulse, through every closed door protecting you from the wrong path, through every help arriving exactly when needed. You are exactly where you need to be right now. It's no accident you're watching this video. It's no accident these words resonate in your heart. Every trial you've gone through has prepared you for this moment of awakening, the moment to stop doubting, the moment to begin seeing, the moment to remember you were never alone. Your future isn't determined by your past. It's determined by what you believe today, right now, this second. Trust the process. Trust the signs. Trust your path. Even when you don't understand, trust, especially when you don't understand, because the divine plan is always bigger, wiser, more perfect than anything you can devise with your limited mind. Right now, as you listen to these words, something wonderful is making its way to you. Not tomorrow, not someday, now. At this very moment, the energy of your new future is already moving toward you. Choose your thoughts carefully. Choose your words intentionally. Choose your faith consciously. These choices create your future. God is acting in your life every second, not because you're perfect, not because you deserve it, but because you are loved unconditionally, infinitely, forever. Your task isn't to earn God's love. Your task, to open your eyes and see that it was always here. Open your ears and hear that the divine never stopped speaking to you. Go, live, notice, trust, and may the signs illuminate your path.